Hello friends, today I'm going to be doing the same thing that I did yesterday, except I'm not tweaking this time. I'm not fucking tweaking this time. Today I just kind of want to talk, and I think what I want to talk about is I want to build off of the idea of me not being able to be someone's wife. And then we'll probably just go from there, because one thing about me is I can fucking talk. I can talk to myself. I used to make videos actually every day on Snapchat, and I would just talk to myself and post them on Snapchat, and it was like a video every day for a month because I just felt so lonely and I didn't know what else to do. Now I don't feel as lonely, so it's a bit harder to do, and that's why there were so many cuts. There are so many cuts in the first video at the beginning, but now I have a B-box. So now I know what the fuck to say. No, I don't know what the fuck to say. I know what I want to say, basically. I know what I want to talk about and all that stuff. This is a pack of paintbrushes, and I bought it thinking that it was going to be different paintbrushes because it's 30 pieces. No, it's 10 pieces of the same pack of paintbrushes, so we're going to be using that today. This is the makeup look I'm trying to accomplish. Somewhat. A little bit. We might do a couple things different. But basically, I want to start by saying I don't really think I'm going to get killed by being someone's estranged wife. Like, maybe. I guess that chance is, like, pretty low. But it's never zero. Let's see. I'm gonna try to hold my mirror down here instead of up, because I was covering my face and it was so hard to edit because I couldn't tell when I was talking and when I wasn't. Fuck. How did they do it? Okay. But I don't think I could like be someone's wife genuinely, because I should probably do white face paint first, actually, now that I think about it. But just, I am so many different things, and I have so many facets to myself that how would I be able to, like, not bring myself down, because I don't want to, what's it called? Just, and like, invalidate wives as a whole. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a wife. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a wife. But what if I marry a man that I'm literally just his wife? I'm just a wife. I don't want to be just a wife. There's no way I can be just a wife. Dude, I don't necessarily do a lot of shit, but I'm extremely, not to like suck on my own balls, but I'm kind of creative. Like that's what I am first and foremost. Second, I'm a teacher, you know? I literally go to school to be a teacher. Like, I work as a teacher like that. I love kids. I love educating the generations, or the next generation, or whatever. But my main thing is I'm not just somebody's wife. I can't be somebody's wife. I can't just be somebody's girlfriend. Like, that, I think, is where my biggest self-sabotage comes from in relationships that are good, is that I end up being like, oh my god, I'm probably gonna marry this guy, and then I'm just gonna be his wife. I'm gonna be his wife forever. Because my issue is, I already said that, I think, but like, my thing is, this is something that's completely on me. This has nothing to do with the other person in the relationship. But I end up absorbing their personality. Everything I do, everything I become is them. I need to stop holding the mirror up. I need to learn how to hold it like down here or something. Or to the side. This side is good, I think. Maybe. Actually, I don't like my side profile that much. I have a strong jaw. A way strong jaw. But basically, I just end up like making myself less than. And this has nothing to do with the other person. Like, the other person doesn't do this to me. I do this to myself, you know? And it sucks because I would like to have ended up in some of the relationships that I was in, but been able to be myself. But not some. One relationship that I was in and be able to be myself. But I just couldn't because I didn't want to be some man's wife. Like, I just couldn't be some man's wife. There's other things wrong with that relationship as well. But that was like my main thing that I was sabotaging was I don't want to be your wife. Like, I just can't. I can't. Because I'm already, like, your girlfriend. All I do outside of school is go see you. And then I remember we went to a show once, which is, like, shit that I'm into. Most of you already know that because you're all my close friends. But, like, that's shit that I'm into. And, like, we went with his sisters. None of them were fucking with it. And because of that, I wasn't fucking with it. Normally, I can go to shows, and I was completely sober when this happened because it was right after work. Normally, I can go to shows sober and still be fine. I would just be socially awkward. But that time, it was like very unenjoyable because no one was having a good time. So I was like, fuck, no, I'm not having a good time. And it just sucked. It just sucked so bad. So, I don't know. It's just stuff like that. Like, I can't like something without the other person hating it. And then it's something that I actually, like, really enjoy. Let me get this fucking brush. It's actually something that I thoroughly enjoy. And if I just can't be myself. And it's not always the other person's fault, you know? Like, sometimes it is, because I don't like being made fun of. I don't like being made to feel stupid. I don't like being made to feel like my interests and passions are stupid. But a lot of the times, I wasn't made to feel that way. It was just my brain telling me, like, oh, they think you're stupid. Like, they think the shit that you're gonna want to do is stupid. You know? So I just didn't let them know that I was into that shit. Which sucks. It fucking sucks that my brain does that. If I'm being honest. Well, obviously it fucking sucks. I don't need to, like, if I'm being honest yet. But, what was I gonna say? Basically, that's why. I just can't be someone's wife. And then, how am I supposed to explain, like, me to a guy, you know? Like, how am I supposed to explain the weird shit that I do? Like, what I'm doing right now, you know? How am I supposed to explain that to a guy? Unless they're, like, into that shit, you know? And whenever I find someone that's into that shit, I end up being, like, too obsessive over it because I'm like, oh my god, you're into the same shit that I'm into. Like, I'm in love with you. I'm fucking in love with you. Which is what happened last time. Like, he was into the same shit that I was into, and I couldn't ever find that. So I was like, I freaked the fuck out. And I freaked too hard. He wasn't matching it. You know what I mean? So, it just sucked. You know? It sucks. He went antiquing with me, and my other boyfriend that I had right before that was not fucking with antiquing. He hated it. He liked my new TV. My other boyfriend didn't like my other TV. And I know you're not supposed to, like, compare boyfriends or whatever. But, bro. You know? Like, what? I don't know, dude. Like, what else are you supposed to compare to? Like, how else are you supposed to figure out what you love? Like, what you like and what you don't like, you know? But that other ex that I was talking about, he wasn't bad at all. He wasn't mean or anything like that. It was just that, I don't want to say he wasn't enough, because he absolutely, I never want to say anyone is not enough. That's so fucked up to say. He wasn't, I was just a lot, you know? I require a lot in a relationship. Well, I don't require a lot if you're the right person. And he just wasn't the right person. And I don't think I was the right person for him either. Because he wanted a lot less than me. You know? And that's okay. We ended on good terms. We still talk and stuff. Like, we're cool. Sorry, I'm locked the fuck in right now. Trying to get these stars. But he was cool. Anyways, we've been talking about love a lot recently. Oh, that star looks fucked up. Essentially, I don't know. I wish that I can form a coherent thought with a coherent conclusion, but I can't. I haven't been, I think a lot, but like I said, nothing comes of it. Nothing comes of my thinking, which is the worst part of constantly thinking, is when nothing comes to a conclusion. Because then, what the fuck is the point of even thinking in the first place? You know? And, like, why do I overthink? And just, it's so irritating because I don't want to have these thoughts, you know? It's just there. They're just there. And I can't do anything about it. But I don't know. I just wish that I could be normal, if I'm being honest. I've cried to my brother, I've cried to my dad, I've cried, not to my mom. I've cried to a lot of people. Speaking of, let's talk about my dad, actually, and how much I love him, but how much what he taught me about relationships. He is the main reason why I'm like, oh, you can't have, like, a good relationship without hard troubles, you know? And it's not even the relationship that I saw with him and my mom, which is its own fucking story. It's the relationship I have with him, you know? Like, just, he had health problems and stuff. I was the one taking care of him when he wasn't, like, at my aunt's house and stuff. And, like, my mom kind of just left me to fend for myself, taking care of this grown man, you know? And he would forget who I was, because it was just really bad medical problems. So he would just kind of forget who I was a lot. And he would get, I would say, he wouldn't really get it. He would get kind of aggressive, you know? Not physically, but just verbally. And, like, he would be very visibly upset. And just kind of, like, he would... Basically, there's this one time. This is a good example. There's this one time I went to go give him some food that I made. And then I left to go to my room, right? After I came back from my room and I went back into his room to make sure he took his meds, he was like, sit down. So I sat down. I sat my ass right down. And then he was like, I know you're stealing from my daughter. And then I was like, who do you think I am? And he, like, said some random ass name. He thought I was his caretaker, basically. He didn't know I was his daughter. And he thought that I was stealing from me. You know? But I wasn't. I was just going in my room. But basically, over time, we ended up doing this thing every single day where we would drink tea and watch WWE. And then after WWE was always Mr. Robot. So we ended up getting into Mr. Robot together. And, like, it was just stuff like that. And we have a very good relationship now. And even when I was a kid, we had a very tough upbringing with, like, physical... Like, my dad's Nigerian, you know? So it's very common to, like, hit your kids. So I don't think of it as, like... If it was any other kid, I'd be like, oh yeah, no, that's abuse. But since it was me, I'm like, oh no, it wasn't abuse. Like, it was just being a Nigerian kid, you know? But even with my cousins, I'm like, oh, that's abuse, that's abuse, that's abuse. And it was the same shit. We had the same shit. Mine just ended earlier because of medical reasons, you know? And, yeah, I hate... Also, on top of that, I hate when I went to the mental hospital and stuff and I got put in the system essentially, but I didn't go to foster care because I didn't get put in the system. Well, I got put in the system, like, the CPS system, but not the foster care system, like, when I was little, for, like, neglect originally. But I had 3 open cases on me when I aged to 18. I just never went into the foster care system, thank God, because bad things can happen there, and I think I probably would have ended up worse off than what I did. But anyways, I digress. I fucking digress. But basically, I hated when they were like, oh, you're a victim of this, you're a victim of that, you're a victim of this. I don't like thinking of myself as a victim. Like, I don't... Like, yeah, I like to think of them as, like, things that happen in my life, you know? And I know that they probably shouldn't have, and that, like, it was fucked up or whatever. But don't think of me as a victim. I don't want to be labeled as a victim. That's just not me. There's so many other titles that you could call me. And victim, I would prefer if it wasn't one of them. If that even makes any fucking sense. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. Being called a victim. Being thought of as a victim. Like, yeah, this shit happened and it's, like, kind of sad and it sucks. But, like, bro, don't think of me as, like... Because when I hear victim, I hear kind of like... Well, I don't think helpless when I think victim, but when other people talk to you, when they hear that you're a victim of, like, oh, domestic violence and stuff like that. Like, neglect, a victim of neglect, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, I don't know. I didn't even know I was a victim of domestic violence. You had to sit there and tell me, so obviously I don't feel like a fucking victim. So why are you treating me like one? Why are you treating me like a fucking victim? These stars are so fucked up. You can't even tell they're stars. But, I don't know. I'm just not a victim. I hate that shit so bad. And the relationship I had with my dad really really, like, not fucked me up, but it definitely threw off how I view relationships. And that's not at all his fault. Because he needed someone to care for him. He needed someone to love him in that time. And my mom just wasn't there for that. Because they're divorced, but there's also more to that story as to why I'm so angry that she didn't try to step up a little bit more. Even though they were divorced, there's a lot more to that story. Like, there's a lot of nuance to that. Because you're thinking... Because a lot of people think, like, oh, they're divorced, like, why would she take care of him? But there's more. There's more to that story. There's more to almost every story that I tell. But yeah. I don't know. Today was better than yesterday. I'm not, like, fucking tweaking. That's probably why... I don't know, it's easier to talk, get thoughts out and stuff. That and I'm drinking a fucking vape box. Of course it's easier to get stuff out. Like, I'm talkative when I get drunk. Yesterday, my last straw before I made that video was me getting jury duty. Literally, me getting jury duty, like, solidified the fact that I'm an adult, and I was, like, breaking down, and I was like, I can't believe this is happening to me. Like, I need to paint my face like a clown now, like, absolutely. Because my friend Autumn, shout out Autumn, she has been trying to get me to paint my face like a clown instead of calling you know who, except you guys don't know who. She's been trying to get me to paint my face like a clown instead of calling, and I'm like, I was like, yeah, I will. And then whenever she does it, I'm like, oh, I don't feel like it. But yesterday I felt like it, and it was fucking amazing. Guys, if you ever feel like calling someone you shouldn't call, paint your face like a clown. If you ever feel like you're on your last fucking leg, paint your face like a clown. It really does help. At least I think so. Eastside love is living on the West End. Dude, also, Dave Grohl fucking cheated on his wife. Just found that out today. And I think probably me talking about that and cheating and my experience with cheating, I think that might be a whole separate video. You know, right now we're just talking about how I am in love, not how others were towards me. And that's just, I know I can yap, and I know I can go off topic a lot, but I'm going to try to keep it contained a little bit, you know? So, we're just gonna try to stay on topic today, you know? Or like the surrounding topic. I have so many stories I want to tell, but then the moment I turn the camera on, I like lose it. I lose it all. I think that's why I need like some sort of alcohol, which we could talk about that one day. I'm not ready to talk about it now. It's something that I open up to people about sometimes. A little bit. Like, not really. Because people, I don't know. That's a different topic, like I said. It's just a whole different topic. But I used to be so content with myself. It's insane. I fucked these stars out bad. Let's do a little side by side because this is insane looking. Look at this. Oh, let's try on this side. Okay, that's good. Like, look at this. Right? Bro, that's sick. I was trying to do something completely different, but it's okay. I don't know what kind of videos I want to do. Close friends, let me know. You guys are literally, this entire YouTube channel is just my close friend story, but long form. Because nobody else is watching this shit. Like, you guys are probably the only people that want to hear me fucking talk, because I can fucking talk. And I used to hate that as a kid because people would tell me that I talk too much. So it like, I don't like when people tell me I talk too much, even to this day. Because I'm sorry I'm excited. Like, I'm sorry. They don't fuck with you giving like whimsical, talkative, tired. Like, sorry, I'm a tired, pretty princess that likes to talk a lot. Not my problem. Literally not my problem. Like, I'm just, let me be like, I don't even know if I really am whimsical. Some people call me whimsical, but I'm not sure about that. Do we think that gems will make this better? If I could find the lash glue. I'm back. And I got it. Because I got one of those Halloween stacks with all the glitter in it. But I have gems, specific gems that I want to use. Perfect. Perfect. One time I broke one of these when we were in San Jose to see Deftones. I made a video on that. Guys, go watch that video. Actually, don't, because it kind of sucks. I feel like I have, like, I don't know what I want to do. I never knew what I wanted to do on YouTube. Like, I don't know. I knew I wanted to make, like, long form content, you know? But I didn't know what. what kind. And I guess we settled on, me and my close friend Story settled on painting my face and talking about shit. Like, I don't know. Also, I think I want to touch on this in this video, but I'll make a whole separate video on it. I wanted to join the military. Like, I know I made jokes about it on my Instagram, but I was being so genuine. Like, my uncle, who was in the military, he said I would be a good officer. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I need discipline. I need impulse control. I need that routine. I need that. Like, it's not something that I have. It's not something that I was ever really good at. So I think it is something that would genuinely help. And then he was like, see, you wouldn't kill people because you wanted to. You would kill people because you had to. And I was like, no, but then a whole moral dilemma would come of that in me. And then he was like, but you seem like the type of person that can handle it. That really stuck with me, but because of what I have, I can never join the military, which sucks. I can't even get like any sort of waiver or anything to let me slide. But I guess that's for a reason, because if I was allowed to run a gun, first thing I'm doing is killing myself. No. I'm not doing that, guys. I'm not doing that. If I was allowed to run a gun, the first thing I'd do is I'd shoot it, like, at a piece of paper. I don't know. What else are you supposed to do with a gun? Away. Away. But I think I'll make a more detailed video on that. And I don't know. Just, I can't be someone's wife, you know? I think above all, I'm like, oh, this is gonna sound so fucking corny. Above all, like, I'm a writer. Like, genuinely, you know? Y'all, some of you guys know my poetry. I think I'm thinking of making a zine and going to Repo and SF's Art Walk and just kind of, I'm gonna give it out at Repo. SF Art Walk, I think I'm gonna sell it. See if people want it. See if that's what people are into. Who knows? Who knows? Just above all, I just like making shit. But Instagram Reels has got me in a fucking chokehold recently. I'm trying to learn how to balance Instagram and like my actual hobbies. Because as most of you know, I go in and out of social media a lot. But the hardest social media for me to quit, and the only social media I'm on, Instagram. I've gone years without Twitter. I've gone years without TikTok. Or probably like, I would get TikTok here and there to try it out and I couldn't do it. But I could go a while without being on TikTok. Instagram though, I've gone years without Instagram, but Instagram is my fucking favorite. I fucked it up. It's okay. We can fix this. I can fix that. From holes. I love holes. I used to love Shia LaBeouf, like be in love with him. Like he was my little crushy crush when I was a kid. But then he got weird. He got really weird. And then I was like, yeah, I don't fuck with this dude anymore. But that was when I was like a teenager that he got weird, I think. But for all of you that did watch my last video and that went back and watched the others, thank you for supporting me. I hold my friends. I know it doesn't seem like it because I don't talk to you guys. My camera died, but it's charging now. As I was saying, I really do appreciate my friends, even though it doesn't seem like it because I don't talk much to them. But I hold my friends to a very high point in my life. All of you. Even if I just met you once at a show, you know? I love you. I do. And I always will. You know? Let's make it into a heart shape. Okay, let me not do it in the camera. That's as good as I'm gonna get, actually. But yeah, I appreciate you all, and thank you for watching my videos, because they're fucking, and thank you for just, I don't know, just accepting me, because I do a lot of dumb shit, and you guys know that I do a lot of dumb shit, and just the way that some of you are just holding on hope for me is so insane. Genuinely is so insane, because I don't think I'm very good of a person. And the fact that you guys see that in me, and like I've been told by you guys that I'm lovable, is so insane, because I haven't really felt it from anyone except for my little friends. Well, you're not gonna, you guys aren't little. You guys are pretty big in my life, like huge. All of you. So, thank you. Anyways, I gotta go so I can charge my camera.